Okay, beautiful people, welcome back. Now, to those of you who have been asking me about schools that are open, right? I am back again, and this is a school you should check. Now, I know it's more about affordability, and so many people are scared to try so many countries because, of course, it's quite expensive and they can't afford. Not so. So, this school is not cheap. Point number one, understand that it is not cheap, but it is affordable. Now, what you are going to do is to listen to me carefully. Then, because I'm not going to shout that much, okay, just listen to me carefully. Then apply the same things I'm going to tell you. I'm going to also tell you why I want you to apply to this school if you can afford. Remember, this school charges from I think 4,000 to like 4,500 per year. And when you gain admissions, you have to pay this money first before you can apply for visa. Now, what is the next thing you need to do? Remember, for you to apply for visa, you need to go either to South Africa, that's one, or you go to United Arab Emirates, that's two, or you go to the Philippines, that is three. Now, let's go further. Where is the school? The school is in Lithuania. I'm saying this because many people have been asking me about, oh, Milton, give us schools that are open for February intake. This school is open. February intake, they call it the spring intake. So if you are moving to Lithuania, just know that we might meet next year. Because, one, this is even the most important reason why I'm insisting that you should try and apply to this institution. Now, the reason is because I noticed that Lithuania is approving a lot of student visas now. So if you're an international student and you really want to move immediately. One of my, let me say, somebody who booked a call with me, we spoke sometime last year. She recently got her visa from the Philippines. And the funniest thing about this application is that she has been rejected 6 times. And this is the 7th visa that Lithuania gave her. Do you now understand? She booked a call with me. Let me see if I can fish out the messages because I always talk with evidence. That's the first person. Then somebody again, I spoke with the guy, my follower, anyways. He's gonna watch this video. Everybody is here watching. So I think we talked last year. I don't remember. I told him he was in North Cyprus. I told him the only way to get visa to Europe is to move away from North Cyprus because there are no embassies in North Cyprus. North Cyprus is literally like a trap. Many people don't know this. I have said it many times that do not go there except you have money. Even sometimes when you have money, it's going to be a problem for you because you still need a visa to go to Turkey. But thank God, this my follower, my friend now, he actually got the visa and he went to Turkey. Then what happened after that? He did his application. Lithuania gave him admissions. Then he applied from Turkey, and now he is in Vilnius. See, right? So that's the other person. Now the other people, I cannot remember their messages, but I know there are so many people who got visas this year to Lithuania. I just want you to put all these things into consideration and consider this country if you have money. Right now, as I'm talking to you, there is somebody who've done interview already in this institution. Right, she is waiting for admissions, and immediately they give her admission, she will then move to visa stage. Now, what do you need to do? The first thing you need to do is you apply with your documents. First step, fill out the application online. Second step, attach copies of educational documents. Third step, attach a copy of your international passport. Then that is the last step. Now, what you need to know is that step 2 involves the interview. This was step 1. Step 2 now is the interview where you have to probably have an interview through Zoom or something, but you have a 10 to 15 minutes interview. Then step 3 now is after the interview, it's going to be in English, okay? The school is going to give you all the information. It's going to be in English. Now, if you get admissions, you have to make payment of your tuition. Not payment of your tuition. You will pay application fee before submitting documents. Well, probably they are going to ask you how you have to pay, but the application fee is 200 euros. Put this into consideration. First of all, what is the name of the school? I'm looking at the website. That's why I'm giving you all this information. This is a private school in Vilnius, and it is called Kazimiera Simonavičius University. I know 4 Cameroonians in this school. They left last year. So if you want to join them, fine and good. You can also join them in Lithuania, right? It's quite affordable compared to Canada, US, and Canada is even behaving funny. I hope you watched the video I did about the programs that you can apply for. Right now, the thing that I'm seeing with Canada, many people will study in Canada and they will not get PGWP. And you know, without PGWP, you cannot get a full-time job, right? So that is it. Now, follow this institution and, of course, do your application. After you make payment, of course, EU nationals, you are not an EU national, so you are an international student. You have to follow your own options to do the payment. You have to pay using a bank-to-bank transfer. Then step 4, depending on your citizenship, of course, visa is required or not. If you are maybe an EU citizen or an international, you will need visa. Of course, you arrange for accommodation and all those other things. Then remember that as a student who is coming from Africa or an international student, you need to do what they call dual legalization of your police clearance or police character, whatsoever way they call it. But know that you need dual. Right now I have a student who was complaining to me. Maybe she is going to watch this video. She is finding it difficult to legalize the police clearance because, of course, you have to do all of that. Then when you are done now, you now gather your documents. Check the VFS Global Center around you. Like I said before, the easiest is in UAE, South Africa, and the Philippines. You have to decide. But remember, for you to go to the Philippines, I think for Cameroonians it's visa free. I think you need an e-visa, something like that. Well, they are going to give you based on your reason. Okay, so don't panic. If you are applying, they will give you to go to the Philippines. Now, understand that before you make this application, you have to apply online on the Migri website. There is a site you have to do your application on. They call it a Migri website. What happens on that site is you are going to choose where you are going with your passport, or because when you submit your documents on the Migri website online, you will now decide on where you have to go with the physical documents because they need to see the physical documents. Then you will now check it from the online portal. I think there is a code, blah, 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 and stuff like that. But do not forget that you need to use the proper documents for visa application. I cannot even overemphasize on this because I believe I've been talking about this for a very long time. If you want to succeed, follow the rules of the embassy. If you check the Migri website, all the details are there for you. Okay, the documents and the proof of funds and stuff like that. The good thing about Lithuania is that proof of funds is not that big. Okay, when I say not that big, is they don't do blocked account. Then you don't need maybe 10,000 euros for proof of funds. So even if you are the one sponsoring yourself, but again, make sure you structure your proof of funds well. Lithuania is literally not disturbing, guys. I can beat my chest on this one. So that is that for this name, for the school, everything and stuff like that. You are going to meet a lot of international students in Lithuania. And remember, you cannot move with family. Note this down. You can only invite family to join you later. I hope you get. You cannot move at once, like in the case of Finland, Sweden, Denmark, and Canada if you are going for master's or PhD. D'accord is a French word, which means okay. So that is what you need to know. This is not the only school which is open, but I'm just telling you what can work very quickly for you. Remember, this police clearance stuff will be done by your school. When you do the legalization, you send to Lithuania. Hopefully your school will do it for you. Then that is it. You now use it for visa application. So you have to remember that time is of essence here. Now, while doing this process, do not rely only on this, because I have many people who were rejected for Malta and they are now complaining to me. But again, you put your eggs in one basket. The goal, or let me say my rule number 1 is, don't you ever put your eggs only in one basket. It's not going to reward you. Never you do that. I didn't do that. Otherwise, I would have been maybe not here talking to you now. So I will keep bringing the videos. Let's see if there is another opportunity. Then one last thing I want to say is, Lithuania is one of the Baltic countries. If you don't know the meaning of a Baltic country, make sure you check. There are 3: Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania. But if you ask me, should I go to Latvia and Estonia, I will say no, go to Lithuania. Okay, do not forget that it's a Schengen country and is also a member of the European Union. I hope you now understand. So you can always move in and out if you're a student of all these other countries in the Schengen zone or the EU. So it's also another opportunity for you. But of course, Lithuania has a lot of international students, and international students do work part-time, 20 hours a week. So I believe I've answered your questions. For visa application, you will always find the required documents on the Megri website, or you can still check my YouTube channel. And of course, everything is there that you need. Then if you don't understand, why not book a call with me so I guide you one-on-one? Please be careful with people. You must not book the call with me. You can book with other people who are doing something great too. Of course, you know who is doing what, and so you know where to go. So thank you so much, guys. We will be talking again in another episode coming very soon.